Yo, morning guys. Right, we are at the job that basically started YouTube for us. So we're coming to the end of this. Now this job, we built a new house, complete new house from the start to coming up to completion now. Amongst all that, COVID hit, so that put us on stop for quite a long time on here, but we are coming to install some final fixtures and fittings. So the clients have actually moved in now, it's been nearly 2 years and they've now moved in, so we're on the outside stuff. So yeah, so let's get set up and show you what we're up to. So here she is. So this is the house that we've built. It kind of started YouTube for us. You saw the projects in the very early days where the YouTube videos are a little bit less of the quality, but whatever, you got to start somewhere. As I say to people, when you want to get into this, just get the videos up. So what me and Jack are doing, Jack's there. We have got a load of outside lights to do. They are pretty jazzy, these ones, and I really am looking forward to seeing the finished outcome. So these are of your anthracite lights, and what I think is really cool about these is that you've got adjustable fins. You see those? So you can alter the way the light casts the shadow up. So we've got 13 in total to do, 13 lights to install around the property, and also in this really nice oak porch that's gone on, which is above my head, we've got a nice feature drop light that's going to be going on as well. So I think what me and Jack are going to do, we're going to get the front sorted, and then we're going to start working our way around the sides. I have got some networking stuff to do and some plinth lights to do, but because they're living in here, I'm not entirely sure whether I'm going to be filming inside. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how we're going to go about setting these up now. The ground is a bit unstable, like I say, yes, the drive is still yet to be done, but this is if you knew the whole story about the house, it's amazing that we are at this stage. So, but yeah, so what we're going to do is going to get a laser level set up, and we'll get Jack to start flying on these while I do that feature light. Right, so I'm just going to explain to Jack and you guys what we're going to do. So we've got the laser level over on the beam over there, which is then casting the green line all the way through. I don't know if you can quite see that. So if you see those two lines there, Jack, yeah. So there's a line there and a line there. If you can get that green beam on the right in the laser level, yeah. And then if you just got to bear in mind those cables are coming through, so you just have to be careful where you're drilling for your fixings. Yeah. So use your marksman and then go through nice and steady. You all right with that, Jack? Yeah? Yeah. Cool. So while Jack's getting on with that, I'm going to go and so what I'm planning on doing is, if I can get the ladders set up for up onto that sort of gable there, my plan is I'm going to use a bit of black conduit to try and do that like that. So a bit of black conduit running along, an end box on there, and then perhaps, I don't really know how it's all the ends are at the minute, but perhaps a stuffing gland to drop down for the feed. That is the plan. So let's go and get the light out and we'll have a look. So hopefully you can see this clear enough, because it's a little bit dark under here. So the plan is, so I've fitted my end box up here. I've just drilled through the side to get my cable through. I've brought it off this fireboard because this is yet to be rendered, so I don't want that to be buried into the actual render. So let's try and show you. You can see that very well, but there's a bit of a gap underneath there, so there's about 10 mil, so there's got plenty of room for them to render it without losing it into the wall, because obviously I don't want to be doing that if there's any maintenance stuff that I need to get to. So right into the centre. So the plan is we're going to use some black metal saddles, make a bit of a feature of it. So they're going to go in at equal gaps between the two. So there's two there, and then right in the centre, we're going to put another end box on up here. So we've got another little end box, and that's going to go right into the centre. And that being in the centre then, that I'm planning on mounting my light to it. So that is the plan. So Jack's flying on with these outside lights, got all the other one on down there. Jackie boy's working hard. These ladders are probably the most sketchy I've had for a long time, because they're literally on gravel and there's not much contact with the ground, but you know, needs must, got to get on. So if I fall, you won't see the end of this video, and if I do fall, hopefully Jack will pick up the camera and record it and we can all have a good laugh about it, can't we? Right, I thought I'd bring you in for a bit of a closer look. Jack, did you lose something?
Yeah, I dropped a grub screw.
Jack dropped a black grub screw on the gravel floor. And he was just about to give up. I said, you can't give up, mate, you need it. And you found it straight away, didn't you then? Yeah. After that, youth doubting themselves. So what I've done up here, if you can see that properly. So I've brought, I couldn't get a stuffing gland on, which is what I thought I would have be able to get room, but I can't get it on. So what I've done is I've used a flat, I think they're like a whisker fire gland. They've drilled through the lid, and then I've also got the actual the grommet from the actual light fitting as well. So that's all on, nice and secure now, all on above my head. So it's literally now a case of mounting this this jazzy light up and then going through the client and how low they want that to drop. But yeah, I think we're going to make a bit of a feature. You see, we did discuss about the cable and things like that, and we're trying to make it a bit of a feature by using the conduit. I did say about using some galv, but it's not really in keeping with everything else that they've got, so I lost that battle. So let's get this mounted up. Right, so we've got the finished article above our heads. Now, the most nerve-wracking bit about doing these is actually putting the glazing in, because if you drop that, there's absolutely no chance of survival on that one. So we've measured it, and it's at the same height as the bottom of this beam here, which is what was requested. But yeah, overall, really nice little fitting that. So that is basically us done on that. So in the time it took me to do that nice little feature light, Jack's got nearly 4 of these on. So yeah, not very not the quickest process, but it looks the part. So like I say, by the time we've got all the rest of the lights done in the house, it'll be getting dark, so we'll show you them all illuminated, because we don't normally get to do that. We're normally in and out and off and forget, so we will definitely show you that, so make sure you keep watching. But yeah, so we were just saying the green beam is an absolute weapon of choice, because without that on the beam we wouldn't know that these are all perfectly level, these lights that Jack are putting up. So that essential, especially in it's obviously broad daylight. The red beam just doesn't cut the mustard, I'm afraid. So great purchase. So Jack's completed the front mission. So there's that one, so there's 4 of those all the way along. That is for some CCTV, which we're not down to do, and there's another cable if you beadly-eyed viewers can see, and that's for the Ring doorbell. And there's also another camera at the far end stuff. So like I say, Jack's done a really good job on those. So we've got all down the side here, we've got another 3, is it, Jack, down here? So there's 3 down here, which again, green beam, living the dream. So Jack's just going to sort all these out, and then I've got some internal bits that need to do, so I think I'm going to go and do those and leave you with Jack. And then we've got another 3 across the back on here, and try not to stand in the mud. So yeah, so there's another 3 on here, and then there is 2 more across the grass. Like I say, it's still in progress, and then there's another 3 on this back corner. That one there is going to be the tricky one, the one next to that downpipe, because really the downpipe's a little bit close, so I think what we're going to have to do is just move it, the light a little bit across with no damage. And then there's a security light on that far end. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to set you up on time lapse with Jack. I'll go and have a look inside, all it is inside, just to keep you, letting you know what I'm doing. There's a bit of RJ45, the Cat 6 stuff to do, nothing too crazy on there. And then I think there's some plinth lights, I think, just to make some final connections on. So that's what I'm up to. But I'll leave you with Jack, and you never know, Jack might jump in and tell you what he's up to every now and again.
So, me being the donut that I am, I've just recorded me nattering about these lights all on time lapse, and then the battery died, so I've been having a bit of a shock with the camera. But let's talk about these lights. They are really good quality, really easy to fit. I'm not gonna lie. I would genuinely really recommend these lights. They're just really sleek looking at them. I really like them. So we fit the 3 down here, as you saw, and I don't know if I might have shown you this already, but they've got the LEDs under here, and then the LEDs on the top, and you can, there's little flaps there that you can change to alter the angle of the light and how it shines on the wall. So yeah, they're ELD lights, I think that's the brand of them. They're really good, really would recommend them. They look really nice. We've got three more to do on the back here, on the back of the house, and then there's more around that other side. So I'm going to set you up on time lapse, and you can watch me do these ones.
Yo, right, so Jack has been very busy. He's got all of these lights on now. He's got the security light on at the side as well. So, which is that little fella up there. He's just got to just zip tie that onto there, onto the cable. Now, the really cool thing about these lights, okay, which I really think is why they're worth spending a little bit more money on here, is if you can see, you see that? So you see these little bits here? They're like little flaps. Not really doing it justice. See this, look. You can see that. See that? You can alter that to, so it casts a different light down the wall. So either we want it just straight down or you want it fanned out. Really cool. I'm really excited to show you. Like I say, it's starting to get a little bit darker now, but you can see all the way across the back they're all done. It's starting to get a bit darker, so I'm hoping that by the time I've packed everything else up, because I've got on with all the other stuff inside, that it gets dark and it'll give you full effect. So like I say, he's ran all the ones down the side. We've also had BT have been here to reconnect the house phone line. There's been a bit of a drama with that because of basically they're only allowed to install, they're only supposed to be here for 40 minutes or something, and it's not really where I want it either. So they've had to bring it in and fix it to the side, and then I said, look, if you just leave it long across the front, so when we do the drive, we'll dig it in and put it into the trench and hide it, and I'll put that in a bit of white conduit behind and stuff like that, because we've tried so hard to have everything hidden. It'll be a real shame to have that on the last leg, just a mess basically. So here it is, obviously on the porch. So we've got the light all up there, and do you know what, it's because it's been such a long time, I completely forgot how I've wired it all in. I won't go too far into the house because obviously with privacy now. So I forgot to, right, hold on, let me just go and turn that radio off. Oh, cool, nice one, thanks Jack. Yeah, because it's been such a long time, let Jack out there. I couldn't remember how I wired it in. Genuine truth there, couldn't remember. I had it in my head that I had all the lights going to the front for the switch in here, but I remember having the conversation after about half an hour of blind panic, like, where the hell's my cable, that they didn't want it there. They wanted it for the front ones here, for just the porch to be that on that one, and then the actual main decorative lights on this end. So yeah, so it was a bit of a blind panic, but yeah, just want to quickly show you these stairs that we've installed. So it's all custom made glazed staircase, like a floating stairs and stuff like that. So we've had all this custom made, and yeah, absolutely beautiful installation. And I'll show you a little bit on the balcony above here, look, it's all the way around. So look at that, absolutely fantastic. But like I say, I won't show you any more of the house now, because it's, you know, obviously trying to keep that privacy going with there. So yeah, so like I say, we're going to pack away the rest of the kit. I've genuinely left Jack to do all the outside lights, because trying to get him to do more and more hands-on stuff, because it's really important that he does as many hours on the tools as he possibly can. As you saw from his previous video, he did his second ever Consume unit, and we've had a great response from that, and he's done a really good job on that. So yeah, so we're just going to tidy up now. No one wants to see that, it's boring as hell. And then we'll energise all the lights and, you know, show you what we've achieved. Right, so we're all done now. All the stuff's packed away. So yeah, I think I'll let the lights speak for themselves. What an amazing light they cast off. Well worth the extra money on these. So it just sets off the house perfectly. It's the right thing about going for warm white over the cool white. I think it's just such a nicer finish, and it really sets off the front of the house. So you imagine when all the drives are all done, how beautiful that's going to be. The porch light to these outside lights are all switched independently as well, so at night, if If the client just wants to have your porch on, then fine, not a problem. Very, very simple to do. What I was trying to explain earlier on is, I'll show you for here, for these lights, you can adjust the angle of what casts down the wall, and the same for up. So if you wanted it, you know, so you've got almost like a pencil, or you wanted it something a little bit more jazzy, a little bit of a thinner over the top like that, so you can really highlight different areas. Absolutely perfect for that. So yeah, so we're just going to quick whip round the side. Again, all independently switched. Now, there's been a lot of planning involved in all this. So this has been sort of 2 years in the making, this house anyway. So we're just waiting for the final stage for the landscapers to do their thing. But yeah, I mean, stunning really. I mean, I've just asked the homeowner, do you want to be on the camera? Nope. Which is quite amusing. So yeah, so I won't go too far because they'll see, but yeah, so that is all the back, all lit up, absolutely gorgeous. Like I say, waiting for landscapers and stuff to do all their thing, but you know, the key is to make sure that they're all sorted with their bits. I'll spin you around this way, and then they're all hidden. So yeah, so, and obviously this is going to be like the little courtyard area, all lit up. There is going to be some future lighting and plans and things going on behind me. But yeah, so it's been a long labour of love, and obviously we've had COVID hit in amongst all this job, but we are glad now, really happy that the clients are actually living here now, because that's all it's, let's face it, that's what it's all about, isn't it? So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Bye.